We're all on this journey to S/4HANA, and the goalpost has changed from 2025 to 2027. And there's only really two ways to get there. There's the Greenfield option and the migration option. The Greenfield is very expensive, very disruptive, but I may have the opportunity to do something new and fresh. The migration one is cheaper, less disruptive, but I may be taking bad practices and behaviors with me. Either way, what we have been seeing in the marketplace is that very few companies are actually able to maximize the new technology to benefit what they expected to get out of it. And it's somewhat of a lipstick on a pig because we never really addressed the root causes. Because we have this mindset that we think this time will be different. But we've heard it all before. We're going to stick to the master data this time. We are going to put the right business rules in place. We're going to use standard SAP and best practices. We are going to educate and educate and educate our users until they know exactly how to use it. Unfortunately, that doesn't happen. And as much as we tend to want to do that, we don't end up doing that. And we find ourselves in exactly the same position where we were prior to S/4HANA. So I'd like to offer an alternative option. This option says, if I'm in a current state where I have a tremendous amount of manual intervention going on, spreadsheets everywhere, I have mistrust of the data, I have unpredictability in my supply chain, my organization is not integrated and very siloed. How do I take that and move it into a state where I can actually capitalize on SAP as an asset? The first move is to take that, optimize that process and get automation in place, get best practices in place, get education in place, get new behaviors in place, get new habits in place. When you get that in place, ultimately what happens is your system and your business ends up experiencing huge benefit. Working capital improvements, operational expense reductions, purchasing spend savings, service level improvements, and ultimately EBITDA improvements. But not only do you gain from those benefits, you're also able to set yourself up to migrate to S/4HANA by migrating best practices, all these new behaviors and disciplines, none of the customizations that we eliminated. You're able to take optimized processes and capitalize on them when you go to S/4HANA. You're able to take educated users and make them benefit from all this new functionality. And you can trust the data. But more importantly, the benefit you got will actually help pay and fund your S/4HANA journey. So how do you know if you're ready or not? When you think of a continuum of 1 through 5 in maturity, if you're in the 3 to 4 range, then you got to ask yourself the question, am I between 1 to 3? If yes, then you're not ready and you need to consider the option I suggested. If you believe you as an organization are optimal and driving real business value out of SAP, go ahead and migrate to S/4HANA directly. Either way, consider the option of optimizing and funding your S/4HANA journey. For more information, come to revealvalue.com.